Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Rhythm of Expressions, where students go through life-changing events and are able to use art as therapy and motivation. To get started, let's take a look at the student that used to go to Milwaukee High School of the Arts that uses makeup as therapy.
Ever wanted to do makeup in school but couldn't find the right inspiration? Well, meet Leonetta Kanian.
Well, I've always been interested in anything that's creative. So when I was a little girl, I used to always watch Toddlers and Tiara, and I used to be like, "Dang, I want to be like that. I want to get all dressed up or whatever." And so eventually, once I got older, I started doing it myself, and I realized how good it felt. It was just very therapeutic, and it felt nice. The first time my mama let me start wearing makeup out the house, I was like, it was the last, girl, I can never forget. It was the last day of school. Thick black eyeliner. You know, like the ones, the crayon kind of used in the 90s. Girl, I used that for my eyebrows. And girl, this is the embarrassing part. I tried to use that to contour. The whole process is just it's just me and my brushes, because when I do makeup, I'm usually just alone in my room. You know, it's peace and quiet. It's the only peace that I get throughout the day. And then it's also the freedom that I have. You know, it's me. You know, I could do whatever I want.
While makeup is used as an enhancing tool, Leonetta uses it as therapy and inspiration.
Don't give up, and don't listen to what other people say about your makeup. If you feel good in your makeup and you know your makeup look bomb, don't let somebody else come and tell you you should have did it like this, or next time do it like that. Everybody wear makeup now, boys, girls. You can learn ballet, but is you good at it though? Just like you can learn makeup, but are you good at it? Is this really what you want to do? Does it make you happy?
All right, all right. So I just want to give a little insight about myself. My name is Raymond Jackson. I am an alum of Milwaukee High School of the Arts as well. I really love theater. I got into it at a very, very young age, watching a play. And it just really inspired me. It really inspired me to go further, and it just kind of let me know that this is what I want to do. And watching that play, it's just good to know that, you know, no matter what it is that you're going through, you are able to step outside of, you know, yourself and become this whole other person, and, you know, dive into a whole nother world, you know, and just do things that you wouldn't be able to do in reality. So, and going to Milwaukee High School of the Arts, it allowed me to better my craft, you know, open my eyes to a lot of things that I did not know already. And as well as being in school, I also worked with some local directors and producers and things outside of school to continue to perfect my craft of theater. It has just been a great stepping stone. And I just say that if you are interested, if you love to act, don't let nobody tell you no. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Do what you feel, do what you love, and really, really take that art and just soar. Just soar with it. It is a great outlet for anybody, and I think it is I truly think it is therapy. It is truly, truly therapy. And I just love what I do. I love what I do. I love the people that it impacts. And, you know, I know it's a lot of people out there that wants to be doctors and lawyers and teachers, and that was me. At one point in my life, I wanted to be a pediatrician. I also wanted to be a marriage or a family counselor, and because I love helping people. And I just thought to myself, how can I help millions and millions and millions of people at one time. So I was just like, it's through theater. It's through theater. You know, it can impact so many lives and so many people. And, you know, you don't understand, and you can never begin to understand how many people you can truly touch through your art and through what you love to do. So I just say, you know, go for it. Don't stop. Keep striving. Again, don't let nobody tell you no, and you will make it.
I know I can almost touch the sky, but right now.
So I actually teach our advanced acting class in our academy during our school year. And so what I do is I really do a lot of what I learned in college, in my college acting program. So I don't shy away in any of my work about doing advanced stuff. I think that it's how you communicate those advanced skills and how you develop them that's more crucial than backing down from expectations of what they're capable of, which I think is never going to suit a student and is never going to get them to the place that they deserve to be as great artists. So here we have a lot of special students that are really focused on taking their acting skills to the next level. So it's great to have a place that's not seen as just a camp or just something to do for fun, but also as sort of a home.
My head. Well, if it is, I don't want to wake up. I just sleep and sleep till it all comes true. 'Cause you make me feel like dancing.
The skills such as accountability and empathy and interpersonal communication, social emotional intelligence.
Audience, our job is to observe, not to commentate.
And it was our final class, and we were sitting there in the circle, and it was okay, so now is this final moment before we go for our big presentation. Here's our last moment to connect and be there with one another. And the volume in the room was negative amounts of silence. Pure silence, pure connection, pure love, and pure camaraderie with the people in the room.
Come on, everybody.
Just a little higher, just a little longer. Wanna dance, wanna move, wanna be, wanna feel like this forever, yeah. Wanna dance, wanna move, wanna be, wanna feel like this forever, yeah.
Hello, I am back. I just want to kind of touch on how people that are depressed, that go through many different stages of depression and anxiety, how theater or even any kind of art, dance, music, whatever it is, whether it's drawing or, you know, how that can help relieve stress and anxiety from experience and people that I know. I ran into one young lady who was going through a very, very tumultuous time in her life. She had a lot of health problems. She had very severe anxiety, depression, and she told me that she used to play the guitar every day of her life. She loved playing it. It was therapy for her. She was able to write songs and minister to other people, and then she fell into a deep depression because a lot of the things that was going on in her life with family, friends, feeling alone, not really having an outlet, and she wanted to give up on her craft, on playing the violin. She wanted to give up, well, the guitar. She wanted to give up, and she eventually went back to her roots, and she kind of thought to herself that this helped me before. Playing playing the guitar, writing music, and just ministering to other people and unto God. It helped me. And she just kind of said she went back to her roots and she started and she did it all over again. And that kind of brung her out of that depression. Me per se, honestly, I don't know. I don't know when you hit that stage of depression, or all of the symptoms of depression. You know, you could just be extremely sad, you could just be, tired, this, that, and the third, and you really don't know what it is. But I would just say that art, whatever kind of art, is just a great outlet and just a great tool to bring you out of difficult times and difficult situations. Just like I tell a lot of people, in theater particularly, that don't worry about who's watching you. I know a friend that said, I cannot get on stage or for anything because I can't stand the fact that people are looking at me. I get really anxious, I get nervous, I start to stumble over my words, I start to stutter a lot. I just told her, just pretend like it's just you in the room and no one else. Don't look out onto the audience and just focus on what it is that you need to do. And, allow that art to just be an outlet for you. Don't worry about anything else. Don't think on, the bad times, or, that once you get back to wherever it is you're going, that you're going to feel the same way, that you're going to be lonely, that, depression may come back, or that, just focus on what you're doing in that moment, whether it's dance, whether it is playing that instrument, whether it is on stage and ministering to other people. Just be in that moment. Be in that moment and just allow it to be like that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are there and it's just you. So, yeah.
Art is fun to us all, but we all must start somewhere.
When I was younger, I would trace things. I would trace Bart Simpson's, and I'll draw all the cartoons that I grew up on just because I was bored. So I said, why not turn that into a passion that I can perfect eventually, I went to Lincoln Center of the Arts for middle school. And in Lincoln, they don't have you start with just one major. They have you bounce around. So you'll be doing dance, you'll be doing art, vocal, instrument if necessary. You know what I'm saying? They want you to explore your options. For me, art was an outlet for expression. Growing up in a world where you don't really get to be yourself all the times. And from there, it was a lot of self-taught and constructive criticism that brought me to the man I am today.
It is everywhere. We just have to have that eye to define it.
We have so many jobs out here that require an artistic ability: math, reading, science. There's art in all of that. There's poetry in English. In arithmetic, you can come up with any form of graphic coding, if you will. They're taking out a passion that's within our community that shouldn't have never been touched. There's always room for art. There's always room to express yourself. As an adult today, I feel like I should have took it more serious. That's the only thing I wish, because as you're growing up, you don't really listen to the teacher saying you're not going to have this when you're growing up, or you're not going to be able to have these opportunities as frivolous as you do now.
We can use what we love to do as motivation for our everyday lives.
Your joy from doing something you like, I guarantee, will put a smile on somebody else's face because you inspired them. Good grades, you gotta have the grades. You gotta have the grades, at least through high school. You can definitely perfect your grades in high school. Those is what you need to succeed. At least get the diploma. Get the diploma, do whatever you want after that. But that diploma needs to be in your hand by senior year.
I got a rocket in my pocket and some time on my hands.
So from a child to now a young adult, as I mentioned before, theater has brought me far. Well, art, or the aspect of art has brought me far in my life. When I entered into middle school, or I just knew that I wanted to go far. Even when I came out, a lot of people just did it for the fun of it, but I knew that I wanted to soar with my craft, and everything that was instilled in me, I knew that I wanted to go big or go home, you know, per se. So once I got out of, as a matter of fact, while I was still in high school, I developed in 2014 a really close person to me, which was my grandmother. She had passed away. So I was like, you know, I wanted to keep her alive. You know, so while I was still in Milwaukee High School of the Arts, I had developed a theater company by the name of Radar Productions, and it has just blossomed, and I'm just very grateful for that. I always knew that I wanted to write and direct my own pieces, but I just could never get my my hand to the pen and the pen to the paper. So a very good friend of mine, she had invited me out to see a performance that she had actually written and put on herself. And just after that event, or after that performance, I went home and I just started writing, you know. And I wrote a full play. I wrote a few songs for that particular show. And I was just in the brainstorming and development stages. And I am really grateful from that time in 2015 till now, from where my company and my business has brought me. I have done so far now 3 shows, 8 events, and people are just loving it. Loving it. I had also wrote a smaller version of To Step Out on Faith, which is called Church Unplugged. And my character is, as I was saying before, is based off of my late grandmother. Her name is Deborah Reese Annabelle Macy Norsey, and that is an acronym. And so everybody call her Granny D, or Granny Norsey, or Miss Norsey, or whatever you prefer. And yeah, it's just been a roller coaster throughout the rehearsals, throughout the planning stages of the next event, and it's just fun. It's just fun seeing things come together, almost as if you're working on a puzzle. You know, you have all of these pieces scattered around, and you are just putting it together to make something great. And that's what I love about being a director, a writer, a producer. I love seeing things come together. I love putting it together. I am a visionary. I can see things in my head, and I just get, you know, so excited about it. And yeah, rehearsals are always funny, you know, when people stumble, or they may add something in, or, you know, they may mess up a line, and, you know, we can all, you know, joke and laugh on that. And maybe even sometimes they can mess up on a line, and it's like, I like that, you know, let's keep that in and let's add that in. I've worked with many local directors, as I said before. Voice of the Fatherless Child, Anaja Enterprises, and it was great to see, because everyone is different. Everybody is different, so it was great to see how people work, you know what I'm saying? it was amazing to be on a set stage for the first time locally outside of school when I was in school. So it is great to see how other people direct, how other people work, and it's awesome. So yes, thank you. Hi, you all. Welcome back. So today we are going to be speaking with Greg Adams, and just talking about some of his experience with art, theater, and yeah, let's jump right into it. Hi, Greg.
Hello. Nice
How
to
you
meet
doing?
you. Good.
Good.
How are you?
Good. I'm good. I'm good.
All right.
So how has theater or art enhanced your life?
Well, I'm a musician.
Musician.
I started off playing drums, and then I gravitated towards keyboards. So I'm actively playing keyboards at a church, and I fill in for bands. So music actually, I would say, saved my life. It was a way for me to express my emotions. It was a way for me to learn about other people, other cultures.
Yeah.
So I was able to just get involved in a lot of different playing experiences. I actually did a little bit of theater.
Okay,
I don't talk
awesome.
much about it because
Why not?
well, I did something way back in the day. It was a place called Melody Top. It was
Top,
out
okay.
on near 76 and Good Hope Road. It was an open air tent thing, only ran for the summer. And I did a part in a play called Finian's Rainbow.
Okay.
They only did it because they needed some extra actors. And I said, oh, well, why not? But that was a chance to get my foot in the door. And then I've done a few other acting experiences from there.
And a few others from there.
Yeah.
All right. So you said you are a musician. You work with a
Yes.
couple of other bands.
Yes.
And it kind of helped you. So, as far as, would you ever dive into other theater opportunities per se? You know, like being more involved on stage, or you know, being out there in front of people. Or?
Yes, I would. Actually, this past summer, I also was a stand-in in a show that airs on Adult Swim.
Okay,
Joe
cool.
Para Talks With You. But I was just basically standing near a barbecue grill the entire scene, and then I didn't do anything. But I'm also a former teacher. I taught a regular classroom, you know,
Okay.
and science. So
Where at?
I was at, the last school I was at was Clark Street School. I started off at Seaford, then I went to Lee School, and then to Clark. And all these are MPS schools, Milwaukee Public Schools.
Wow. Okay.
So I taught 4th grade through 8th grade, different experiences, and most of the time I ended up being the supplemental music teacher. So when we had programs, Black History programs, Christmas programs, I was the go-to person
Okay.
to teach all of the classes some of the songs.
All right,
Yeah.
sounds good. Would you
Yeah.
say that you have, well, has anyone ever came to you, or would you just say that you have helped others with your art, being a musician, and your love for music, and you know, would you say that you helped other people?
Definitely. Actually, my children, most of my children are in music, and also my grandchildren
Okay.
are in music. But I always run into people. Sometimes I'm at a grocery store and people will come up and say, "Hi, Greg, you played at my wedding 15 years ago." Of course, I
So
don't
they
even
still remember
right.
you, huh?
And of course,
Okay.
I may not even remember them because most of the time I was contracted by someone else.
Exactly.
And I didn't have much contact with the bride and groom. But yeah, the music impacts people, the arts impacts people. So I'm a big fan of music and the arts. I don't dance much, but I do appreciate
Would you want to
dance.
get into dance a little bit, or is it too late?
Well, I don't know if it's kind of too late, but I think I probably do need to do some of it for the aerobics, that kind of thing, to, you know, keep the heart rate going.
Yeah, I think that's really, really good. I think it is good for a lot of people not to be so in a box. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So it was good that you was able to be on stage, even though your love is like for the music aspect, you know, like playing the instrument and all that kind of stuff. It's good not to be so much in a box and actually step out and, you know, tap into some other things, because I'm not a big music person, or I really don't sing that much. I prefer, you know, just to act, you know, dialogue or monologues or whatever. But a lot of people say that, you know, I do have a great, you know, singing voice. So, you know, I try to tap into that, do auditions where I may sing a little bit or something that helps with my voice. You know what I'm saying? Not too high.
Right.
So, well, it was nice talking to you today, Greg. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
All right. Do you need some water or something?
Oh yeah. I really don't need any now. Did they ever get the people that they need?
Well, you guys, I am Raymond. Thank you for tuning in, and we will catch you next time.